Welcome back everyone. So today's video is going to be a new Shop My Stash video. So I kicked off this series in January and so many of you seemed so excited about it. So thank you so much. I am so pumped to be doing this because I think being able to reflect on January and seeing all of the progress that I made in my makeup just has me so hyped to do this every single month. What I wanted to do with my series is have what I call my on-the-go makeup bag. So I travel a lot in 2024. I took 19 different trips. While I don't plan on doing as many in 2025, I still travel a lot. I do also do some of my filming from a co-working space outside of just my apartment. Sometimes I just be getting ready in my car when I'm going to different Vegas events. So I decided I wanted to have a makeup bag always ready on the go. And that might be similar to some of you who maybe you commute to work or things like that, where you kind of have your on-the-go makeup bag as well. So I thought this is a great time to try to do a project pan and pick products every single month that will go into my bag and see, can I use these up? Can I pan them? Maybe some of the products are gonna be newer to me, like I get in a PR haul and I'm like, oh, I really wanna try this foundation, this palette, this mascara, what have you. And so that is what I did for January, and a lot of you seemed really excited about it. I did post a short form video showing my progress. I also did a chatty get ready with me where I was using the products and you were able to see some of the progress, but we really made some progress on these, okay? So I was very proud of it. So what I'm gonna be doing for the series moving forward is I'm gonna go through everything in the bag and kind of talk about what I learned from using it through the past month, show progress. There's some products that I wanted to hit pan on or use up, so I'm gonna share with you if I did that. And then I'm also gonna take you into my makeup collection and we're going to pick new products. So last time, again, starting off in January, I already had the products picked out. I know a lot of you said you wanted to see me go into my makeup collection. So that really gave me the motivation to organize. One of my previous videos was an hour-long vlog organizing my entire beauty room, my beauty closet, my makeup collection. So now I am able to bring you into each of the spots that holds my makeup collection and pick out new products that way. So I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna turn to an overhead angle so we can go through everything in my bag, and then we will go into my makeup collection and pick out the new products. But thank you so much for your support on the series. I'll link everything in my description box and the YouTube shopping button. And let me show you this progress, because it's kind of wild. Alrighty, so let's first pop into my makeup bag. I'm gonna go through everything that was in here, show my progress, give my thoughts on them, since I really have been using what's in here like exclusively this past month. We haven't really shied away from the on-the-go makeup bag, but I'm really proud of this progress. I did a check-in about halfway through the month, but now that we're here at the end, I got a lot of thoughts. First off, we have my Color Wow in here. This was not in my original Shop My Stash bag, but I travel with my little Color Wow because I love it for after showering, heat protecting on the hair, all the things. So we're just gonna take that off. I had from Urban Decay the Face Bond and then Hourglass the Soft Glow Foundation. Love both of these. The Urban Decay was one that I knew like had been a favorite of mine since like the summer. The Hourglass was a little bit newer to me. I got a sample of this and then got the full size. Urban Decay, my shade is 16 Light Cool. Hourglass, my shade is 8. I like them both because they're more of a light to medium coverage, a natural finish. The Hourglass I feel like is slightly more glowy than the Urban Decay. This one, I don't even want to say matte, like it's just like more natural. And this one has how the name is Soft Glow. Like you just get a little bit more of that glow, but they're both beautiful and they're both very, very long wearing. Two foundations that are just a great staple in my collection. If you saw the video the other day, I did break up the rest of my Tower 28 powder, so the translucent powder did break quite a bit. So I actually just broke up the rest of it and then I put it in my Hourglass Veil powder because this one was completely empty. So halfway through when I did my check-in, you saw that it was completely empty. So now the Tower 28 powder is in here because it was easier to put it back in here than it was that original container as well. So happy to have lots of powder in here now. So I just always have to say, like, this isn't the Hourglass Veil powder, it's the Tower 28, but I really love the Tower 28. I just broke it up the other day, so I haven't tried it yet as the loose form, but we will see. I am gonna pick a different powder though for this next month, but I still will have that one as backup if need be. Another powder that I put in here, this was the Laura Mercier. So because the Tower 28 breaking, I wanted to have, you know, kind of like a tried and true favorite in here. So love the Laura Mercier, just the original translucent. I've been wearing this for a long time. Really love it. So that was a great powder for me to put in here. Okay, and then it looks like I have a few different blushes in here. Did I have 3 or did I just add one of these? I feel like I had the Dior and the Lawless. Did I mean to have the Natasha Denona in here? Or did she just find her way in there? But this is from Lawless. This is in Vintage Love. I did not pan this. I felt like it looks kind of close over here, like it's very, very worn down, but no pan on this yet. One day, we're gonna do it. But I love the Lawless Vintage Love. I've had it for a long time. Then the Natasha Denona My Dream. This one is just so beautiful. Got the little highlight shade over there. There's definitely a big dip like right in the middle here, but beautiful. And then I had said that I also wanted to include the Dior because this is just such a long wearing blush. And again, so beautiful, not quite as intense on the cheeks as it is in the pan, but still a favorite blush of mine. But not, I don't want to say like no progress because those were the blushes that I wore all month, but like no pan, nothing super exciting like what happened with my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Okay, you also saw this in my follow-up, but since then, look at the pan on this. I'm super proud of this. I even said when I was pulling in the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, I was like, I'm probably not gonna pan it, but I think it would still be fun to see like how much use I get out of it, how much, you know, dip in the middle can I get, boom. I'm so shocked. I honestly am very, very surprised. I mean, this was the only bronzer that I put into my on-the-go makeup bag. So this was the, I'm trying to like, okay. Every day that I wore makeup in January, this was the bronzer I wore, except maybe a couple of times I wore the bronzer that's in my Life's a Draft palette, the collab palette that I did with Ofra, because I just always keep that in my bathroom. So it's like if I just need an eyeshadow, a blush, a bronzer, like I just have it right there. But otherwise, it was the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, and I am so proud of that progress. And I think to me, especially when I panned that one, that's what made me really feel like this series is really gonna give me the opportunity to use up makeup, make progress in it, all those things. Try new ones, of course, too, but I felt like especially for my January bag, I was really focused on what I already had in my collection. So that's what we were going for. For my mascaras, so I originally pulled in the Rare Beauty Mini. I love the Rare Beauty mascara. I go through this all the time. And then I also pulled in from Charlotte Tilbury the Exaggerize mascara, and these are both gone. So these are both gone. These can go in my empties bin. Love them both. I have multiples of the Rare Beauty already in my collection. I would purchase the Charlotte Tilbury mascara. It was really nice. It definitely made my lashes look very doll-like, which I really enjoyed. And then I did get the L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal in PR. And so because those other mascaras were about gone, I put this one in here. So I've been trying it for probably over a week now. I like it. I think that it makes the lashes look longer and it gives them a nice curl, but I do get quite a bit of transfer. Even after just a couple hours, my under eyes be looking dark. So what I started to do was I did like the Rare Beauty or the Charlotte on my lower lashes. And then I did this, like 2 coats of this on my top lashes. And that way I wasn't getting as much transfer. For me, it's fine as like if I'm not really going anywhere or going out for a long period of time, like this is fine. Like if I'm just sitting down to film a video, fine, to be able to throw this on. Like running some errands and I want some mascara, fine, I can throw this on. But I'm kind of surprised because I really like L'Oreal mascaras and I thought this one was going to be a home run. And the first time that I used it in Get Ready With Me, I was like, oh yeah, this mascara. But so I was a little bit surprised at the transfer. I'm going to keep it in my Shop the Stash bag. I'm going to pick out some different mascaras, but I'm going to keep that one in there and just use it up, but the other 2 are empty. And then, you know, I did keep some brushes in here, so I'm also going to switch out all of my brushes because these will all undergo a spa day. And honestly, like I'm gonna choose out brushes, but then throughout the month, sometimes like brushes just tend to accumulate in here, like as I'm getting ready, like I just start adding on some more brushes. So you might see the brushes, you know, just accumulate as the month goes on. But the Sigma F11 Soft Sculpt, I use this for bronzer. It's so beautiful. One of my favorites. I love the Soft Sculpt line from Sigma. I was trying out some of the Morphe brushes. They sent me a big old brush roll, and so this concealer brush got thrown into my bag. This is the M132. It reminds me of a little bit of another one from the Sigma Soft Sculpt line. This is the F72, so I also use this as a concealer, so you can see that they're pretty similar to one another, except for some reason the one with Morphe, I keep finding myself like I'm hitting my eye with this side, and I feel like with the, I'm like, how much of a difference is that? Like I don't hit, like I'm scratching myself on this, and I don't scratch myself with the Sigma, so that one's been very interesting to me. But those can be cleaned. From BK Beauty, a handful of brushes. This is the A507. This is what I was using for a blush brush. The 103, I use this as a bronzer brush, one of my favorite bronzer brushes too. And then also the just the 101. This one really needs to be washed. She's in rough, I mean, I wash the 101 all the time. I have a second 101 as well. And then these were just some of my eye brushes. So the E27, this is my favorite set with Sigma. The BK Beauty 211, the Rephr 02 for a shader brush. My favorite winged liner brush from Sigma Beauty is the E65. And then also the A504. This is just like a small detail crease brush from BK Beauty. But those are the brushes that get to go off to the spa. Have fun. We also have a couple puffs in here. I think these will be, actually my Tower 28, I feel like I just washed that one pretty recently, but a couple different puffs. The Rare Beauty one definitely needs to be washed because I've been using this one a lot lately, but the Tower 28s actually are probably fine. They don't need to go back to the spa yet. For concealer, I had 2 in here from Tower 28 and then also from Laura Mercier. The Tower 28, I am so close. I am so close to using this all the way up. I think I'm probably gonna put a different concealer in for February, but I might go back to the Tower 28. But I've worn it so much this month. I was really trying to use that up. And then the Laura Mercier, I used this in a Get Ready With Me, and I said that I didn't love it as much for the under eyes as I did for like spot concealing around my face, but this paired with the Laura Mercier powder, I think holds up on the under eyes so much better than my Tower 28 powder, which I think is interesting. And that was one thing that I said in the video is like, I want to keep trying it and try it with other products. You know how it's like, oh, products within the brand can like pair better well with each other. I don't know if I've ever like really, not that I haven't believed it, but I'm like, is it really that deep? But this, my under eyes look so much better when I use this concealer with the Laura Mercier powder. So I don't know, that's just interesting. But both of these concealers are great, both staying in my collection. The Tower 28, almost done. I did use up my L'Oreal Infallible Grip eyeliner. This was the brown eyeliner that I pulled into the collection, so that one is totally gone. So I can also go in the empties bin. And then I also had in here from Urban Decay. This is their 24/7 eye pencil in Perversion. So this is the black, and I've sharpened it multiple times, but we'll pick out some new eyeliners. For brow products, I had from Benefit Cosmetics their Precisely My Brow, and then also from Rare Beauty their brow pencil. So the Benefit Precisely My Brow is a favorite of mine, shade 2.5. I go through these like water. I already have backups in my collection. The Rare Beauty, I still do like the brow pencil, but like I said when I pulled it in, it is a little bit too dark for me. The shade is Rich Taupe. I think just like regular schmegular taupe would have been fine for me. So I still use it, and I can still keep it. Like, it's fine. Especially I felt like I would use it when I was doing more dramatic makeup. Like if I was just doing like some eyeliner or a little bit of shimmer, I wouldn't do the Rare Beauty. I would do the Benefit. But if I was going like more heavy on my eye makeup or like thicker liner, then I would do the Rare Beauty. I don't know why that is, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I also threw in here from One Size. Honestly, I've like used half of this up. I'm pretty impressed with this. This is their setting spray. I got a mini during one of the sales. This definitely keeps you more matte. So for me, I do have more combo skin, and I feel like when I use this, my skin be looking matte for hours, like to the point where I actually thought my skin was like drying out, and I was like, oh no, I need more hydrating skincare. It's just the One Size. This is a really good setting spray. If you really want to keep your makeup matte, that is really going to work. I don't know if I'll grab out another setting spray or if I'll keep that one in, or because I don't use sprays a ton. So we'll have to see how I feel when I pull everything out. And then I have some eye products in here. So I have 3 Rare Beauty shadow sticks. This is not necessary to keep 3 in my bag going forward. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for eyes, if I'll pull in some single shadows or shadow sticks or Colourpop Super Shocks. I'm not quite sure yet, but I had 3 of these from Rare Beauty. I love their shadow sticks. I'm always recommending them. I could see myself maybe even keeping in one, like this one here. I think it's in Wellbeing. Wellbeing is just like a nice like rosy pink shade. And I really like this for like inner corner. I think it's super pretty. I don't know. These are just so easy to use. Some of my favorite shadow sticks, but those are great. And then I'll go into eyes before we finish off with lips. So I was pretty proud because in the Kaleidos Venus Trap Quad, I had already panned this shade, this first shade. I said that I wanted to see like how much more progress that I could get on it, and I think I did pretty good. Not too bad, not too bad. I didn't pan any other shades, which I didn't think I would, but honestly, I used this shade the most, either just on its own, just all by itself. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of shimmer, and sometimes I'll do liner, and I always do the shade with liner. Recently, I've been finding myself going with just liner, and a lot of times it's just this one right here. But I love this quad from Kaleidos. I think that it's beautiful, and I'm proud of my progress. Then I also had my Peach Pie palette in here with Sigma Beauty. So I was trying to hit pan on this shade right here, which did not happen. Honestly, in this lighting, like as I'm looking at it through the viewfinder, I'm like, it almost kind of looks like I did. But I'm staring at it up close, and while there is a very big dent in the center, like when I go like that, that looks like pan, doesn't it? But there's not. There's not. But there is a very big dip. I am so, so close. This is one of my favorite palettes from Sigma Beauty. I put it in my favorites bundle. It's sold out separately, but you can still get it in the favorites bundle with the brushes like the E27 that I mentioned, the lip tint. But these are just beautiful, and the matte shades. So I'm sure I will still, you know, keep using it. I'm going to pull in other eyeshadows to focus on, but one day I'm going to pan that one. And then I was very proud of my Colourpop Super Shock in Ladybird because my goal was to pan this one, and I did. So when I did my check-in, I had a little pan there, and then I feel like I've gotten a little bit more. I've been trying to really focus on the outsides since I hit pan, so I feel like it hasn't, like, I was going to say improved, but I don't feel like there's drastically that much more pan since the middle of my check-in, but I was like, can I start to actually, like, use this up? But there is my Ladybird, one of my favorite shades. I wore this by itself so much. Sometimes literally just this, sometimes this and a little bit of liner. But the Colourpop Super Shocks, I feel like I could see myself pulling in another Super Shock as well, just because they're so easy to use and so fast. All right, and then some of the lip products that I was focusing on, I felt like this was a very eye-opening category for me. So one, I did use up Millie. I cannot get anything else out of here. This is my collab gloss that I did with Ofra Cosmetics, and the applicator just be dry. But I love Millie. You can see I have a lot of like lip liner in here, but this is just like a pearly, shimmery, like white, beautiful. It's just one of my favorite glosses. I love the formula, but I also love the shade so much. My glosses are still available on the Ofra website. You can get them in a trio. You can get them separately. My code is Samantha, but another Millie is finished. I've gone through many of those. But what's funny to me too is this Lawless Beauty. This is the Rosy Outlook Plumping Filler Gloss. Forget the filler gloss. This to me, I was like, I'm so close to finishing, and I could not finish it up. And when I tell you, like, I really just used this in Millie, and then I finished Millie and I started using this. I did get the Review Beauty lip oil, so I've worn this a couple times as well. I got this in PR, and so I decided to try it. This will probably go in my bag for the next month as well. But other than that, I was using the one from Lawless, and I'm like, this is really just my reminder that it can take so long to finish these glosses. I remember the first like project pan that I did, you know, years ago, and I would pull up products and I'd be like, I probably have 3 uses left out of these. And I legit would try them like 30 more times. And I'm like, wait, what? And I feel like this gloss is the same. Like I was like, there's just a few uses. No, I don't know when I'm going to finish that gloss, but I finished one gloss, didn't finish the other, but that's okay. And then I have some different lip liners in here. I'll be honest, I didn't really use my Peri Para all that much. So there's that. It's beautiful. I love this lip liner. I just didn't use it as much, but that's okay because I was really using my Freck lip liner. So I love this one. This is in the shade 03. This was in my Best of Beauty. This is all that I have left of it. And I've done that thing where I've basically stopped using it because I'm like, I can only use it for the most perfect occasion. But this following weekend that I have coming up, I have a lot of events, and this is going to be the lip liner that I'm going to be using for all of them. So we're giving it its own farewell tour. So after this weekend, this should be up. I'm probably going to film the short form video for this a few days after I film this one. So I'll film like the final wrap up of this, and then I'll also film a short form of what I'm putting in my bag. And I'm determined by that time that this lip liner will be gone. So stay tuned for that update. And then I had also chosen in here from Colourpop. This is their So Juicy Plumping Lip Liner in Westwood. Okay, there's still a lot of product in here. This I wore so much as well. I love these plumping glosses, these plumping lip liners, excuse me. I'm such a fan of them. I love the regular Colourpop lip liners. I think they're great, but the plumping ones I like even more. And I don't feel like they hurt your lips. They don't tingle. They feel a little bit cooling, but they still make the lips nice and fuller looking, and they last so well. With the original Colourpop lip liners, like I have Beeper over here, which is comically tiny, but these I don't feel like last as long, and they can kind of like move outside the lip line. These I don't feel like move as much. So I would recommend both, but I like the plumping ones a little bit more. But I also decided I was going to try, mostly because the Freck was almost gone, and I was like, no, I only need to use it for the best occasions, you know? So I pulled in this lip injection lip liner from Too Faced. Okay, this is in like Puffy Nude. Yeah, Puffy Nude. So I mentioned this in a video the other day that I started using it, and I used it for like a week straight. And then I started breaking out on my lips. Like not even like around my lips, but on my lips. And I was like, that's an odd spot to break out. I stopped using this. I've stopped using it now for like 5-6 days, and those breakouts have gone away, and I have no new breakouts. So I do think that something about this lip liner is not agreeing with me. And I remember in the past, like I've said before in videos, that I haven't liked the Too Faced lip injections lines even in the past. And it's because they would irritate my lips, and it looks like they still do the same. But it was funny because my friend Linda was telling me the other day that she loves these lip liners, and she feels like she's the only one that does, because everyone else says they're either like too uncomfortable or it breaks them out. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'm not alone then. So unfortunately, I am going to just pass that one on, because that one's a no-go for me. I cannot wear that. But that was everything that I had in my first Shop My Stash bag for January. Look how dirty my makeup bag is. Oh my gosh, actually don't look. Don't look. That's everything that I had in my first Shop My Stash bag, all the progress that I made, my thoughts on the products. And now let's go over and pull out what we were gonna use for February. All right, so first we're gonna come over to my vanity, because I actually house a lot of my makeup collection in here. So I have like foundations, liners, brow products, mascara, concealer, cheek products. A little bit of everything is in this drawer. So first up, thinking of foundations. Okay, so I've just had the Urban Decay Face Bond and then the Hourglass. You know, I really do want to try this Mercier. Like I really want to try this tinted moisturizer a little bit more. This is in 3N1 Sand. So I've had the Mercier, the new concealer, in my Shop My Stash bag. So this is one. I would like to get a few more uses out of that. I did just try the Catrice because I had it in my Best of Beauty, but I'm also kind of thinking about the Anastasia Balm, because I've been finding myself doing like pretty light makeup recently, like not only base makeup, but even just doing like some eyeliner. So it's making me think I want to do something like lighter coverage too. So I think I'm going to add in the Anastasia Beauty Balm. This is in the shade 10. So these are going to be kind of like my two main ones that I'll have. A tinted moisturizer, but it does have a little bit more coverage. The Anastasia is definitely very light. So have a little bit of like different finishes there. So that's what we're going to do to have the two foundations. And then over here I have some concealers. I was thinking about the Sigma Beauty, the Concealer Duo. Again, I've been doing pretty light makeup, and this is nice for like lighter makeup or no makeup days. I have the lighter shade that I do on my under eyes, and then I have the shade here that I use to spot conceal. You can see that I clearly love that one. This one is in the light medium shade. And then for another concealer, I'm thinking I'm gonna do the Natasha Denona, because I'm almost out of this one also. This is the shade N4. Like I can just feel when I pull the applicator out that like not a lot of product is coming out with it. So that's pretty exciting. So I'm gonna see if I can use this one up or just get as much done as I can. So that's what I'll do for concealer. Okay, moving over to powder. I have powder in this drawer. Thinking, so my Tower 28 powder, this is the pink one. I do also have, the white one was what I showed that I crushed up and put into the little Hourglass one. I can do the same with the pink one as well. I think I've just got product everywhere. But I'm thinking, like I almost want to use the Tower 28 that I crushed up, but then for some reason I was wanting to like use the Benefit as well. But actually in my last PR haul, we have the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. I kind of want to try this one. I did haul the Lawless Beauty foundation, but I don't know if the shades are going to work for me. I still need to try it for the first time. So I might pop the Lawless foundation in my stash bag, but the shades look pretty off for me right now. So I don't want to include that as like this is going to be one of my foundations because I swatched them and I'm like I still think I could like try it for a video and do like a wear test, but it's not going to be something that I can wear on like a day-to-day. But the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Powder, thinking maybe I can do this one. This is in the shade Light 22 Neutral. And maybe that will be a way to try out this, and then also doing the Benefit Loose Powder because I really do like their Professional powder. I think this one is really nice. So these can be my two powders, one new and one that I am familiar with. And then moving over to some cheek products. So I have some bronzers, blushes. I have a new bronzer actually. Okay, so this is from Ilia. And this is their Drawn In Night Light Bronzing Powder. Okay, so I got this like a minute ago and I think it just got like lost in my collection. And then when I was doing all of my organizing, I found it and I was like, I've never tried this bronzer. So I'm actually super excited to try this. I do like a handful of products from Ilia, but I haven't tried the bronzer and we're gonna give it a try. So that's definitely a bronzer that I want to pull in. And then do I want to do, okay, because I just had one bronzer last time. I just had the Charlotte Tilbury. But you know what I've been really liking is actually this one from Physicians Formula. This is their Butter Glow. It's a bronzer and blush. So you can see like it has like bronzer, it has like a light blush over here. These are like a little bit shimmery. I just kind of mix it all together and I think that it's a pretty shade. I kind of want to pull this one in. It seems like kind of random. But I think I kind of want to do it. I feel like that's kind of a random product, but I'm kind of, I just kind of want to do that. And it's a little bit newer to me as well. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking, I'm kind of looking at the Rare Beauty bronzer stick, which is interesting because I haven't been doing like cream or liquid bronzers recently, but I'm looking at this one and I'm like, oh, this could be an interesting choice. This one is in like Power Boost. And that way I have this as well. In addition to the Ilia, we have some bronzer with the Physicians Formula, but then I definitely also want another blush. Trying to think, I'm almost wanting to do like a Westman Atelier blush because we have, you know, a little bit of the blush, but I definitely still want like a single blush in my collection as well. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do like a cream, like I'm thinking the, oh no, this one's the powder. Where's the, I should have a cream. Oh no, I think I decluttered that one. I think I decluttered the cream from Sigma Beauty, but this one is in Nearly Wild. Okay, so maybe doing a powder or even like one of the Westman Atelier. I feel like maybe I should do a Westman Atelier. Okay, why is blush so hard for me right now? The only thing I'm worried about is I don't always want to do cream products. So I feel like even though I do have like a little bit of a blush in here, like it's still pretty light. I feel like I'm gonna want another one. So if I do the cream blush, I'm also gonna want a powder blush. And then, is this too much? Is this too much? But I'm thinking for the Westman Atelier, this one is the shade Pop It, which is like the pretty bright pink. This one is in Petal, which is like the nude. It's like the rosy pink because this one is like the nude and Mimi. I think I'm gonna do the Petal shade, the like rosy pink nude. I'm gonna do that. Okay, and then I feel like I need a powder blush as well. I'm doing so many blushes. I'm doing so many cheek products. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? I think I'm gonna do, I almost wanna do my Chick Lip blush because I feel like I haven't used it in a minute and I love this blush so much. So this is the blush that I did with Ofra. So we have like a shimmer on one side and a matte on the other. Again, you can mix it, you can layer them, you can just choose one or the other because I like that the pan is big enough that you really can just choose. So it's funny because I'm doing the Physicians Formula too, but this one has some bronzer in it. So yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So that's a lot of cheek products. I don't know, I might regret this. I might regret this. This is the first time I'm doing this while like looking at my whole collection at one time. And it's like, but wait, I wanna try this one and this one and this one's new and this, Okay, so I got my little shopping basket so we can add the products in here. I got this from Benefit in a PR package, and someone was like, oh, this will be perfect for your Shop My Stash. And I was like, I agree. So we got foundation picked out, we got concealer picked out, we got the powders picked out, and then we have a plethora of bronzers and blushes, a mixture of cream and powder. All right, off to a good start with our base makeup. Also in the drawer, I do have some spray. So I have the One Size spray in my bag right now. I mean, I guess I could put another one, a different one in. I honestly don't use sprays a ton. Oh, you know what? I have the new one from Colourpop, actually. That's what we're gonna do. These drawers is where I keep some of the new products that I've received in PR. Oh, actually, I have a couple. Actually, the Milky Hydrating Mist, I feel like I use this more as like a skincare product. Yeah, I feel like that was more skincare that I did, which this also has the peptides and niacinamide. Skincare has to be like, or makeup has to be skincare these days. I don't know what's happening there. Definitely a trend that we have been seeing. But I'm gonna pop this one in from Colourpop into my bag. I did also get the primer as well. Again, I don't really use primers all that often, but I guess I can throw it in so we can try to get some reviews for it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put these two in. All right, so popping those into our little shopping basket here. And then coming back into the drawer because I still have like liners, brow products, and also mascaras in here. Okay, let's see. For mascara, so I really want to put in this one from Tarte. So this is just one of my favorites, but I bought the Lash Dash to go in the last Sephora sale. This is the Tarte XL tubing mascara, and I love this one. So I want to add this one into my collection because I think that it's great. But that's like a really teeny tiny one. So I definitely want to do a full size as well. What is this? Oh, that's a little mini too, even though I really like that one. It's like I could do a Rare Beauty because it's like an Old Faithful. I know that I love it. Actually, let's see what's in the new pile. Okay, so mascara is gonna be in here. So this is where I have like some eye products are in here. So for mascaras, I do have a Lawless one, which I love. And I think this is like, oh, that's an eyeliner. But this is like a newer one from Wet n Wild. We have one from Physicians. Maybe I'll do Physicians Formula since I did their butter one too. So this one is the Butter Bronzer Mascara, which makes me think it's like more of a brown shade. Keratin infused, rich bronze shade. Okay, so I'll put this one in there, and then I have the Tarte, which I like know and love, so in case I end up like not loving this one so much. And then also, like I mentioned, having the L'Oreal Big Deal, that's just gonna be kind of like kept in the bag as well. So I'll have that one. So, okay, great. Have some mascaras. And then I am gonna go over to my eyeshadow palette collection as well, but I have a couple palettes that I put in here. Again, this being like my new drawer. And I do want to have a new palette in there too. So two of my newest palettes, one is from Nomad, the Shimone Pre. So beautiful. This is a little hard though because it really doesn't like fit in my makeup bag because it's so big. And then this one here is from Singed Beauty. This is the first palette that they've come out with, and this is in Galactic Visitor. So this is the one that I had in my mind that I was going to put into the Shop My Stash bag for this month. So, I mean, I feel like for like putting in my bag, I want to have the Singe, and then I want to have kind of like that older palette where I'm like getting some more use out of. Maybe I want to pan something. I honestly don't know. I haven't looked at my eyeshadow palettes yet, so I feel like when I get over there, we'll kind of like investigate it. But I still will be trying out the Nomad. It's just a little bit too big to put into my like on the go makeup bag. I wouldn't really be able to close it, but I'll still have it here. I'll have it like one of the top drawers of my vanity. I'll still be able to like get some use out of it. So like we're technically including the Nomad. It's just not going to be like actually in my bag a lot, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we're gonna put in the Singe one, and then I have this one on top of my desk because it's new to me and I'm getting ready to film with it. So this is from Natasha Denona, and it's the Roxa palette. So I got this one in my Beautylish Lucky bag, which I was so excited about. So this is gonna be another one where, and I kind of want to have this one in my collection, especially because it has the nice mirror on it. So this is one that is going to be in my Shop My Stash bag as well. So we have the Singe, the Natasha, and then I'm thinking something small. for the eyeshadow palettes. But this is what we know for right now. We have 2 palettes in the bag for the moment. And then we'll add in like either like a mini or some Colourpop Super Shocks or something along those lines. So chucking the palettes in here. We also have the mascaras. All right, so then looking at brow products. So again, a newer one that I have in my collection right now that I haven't tried yet. It's my next get ready with me, but this is from Benefit and this is their like micro fine pen. So it has this like triple tip situation going on. I'm a little nervous. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna go in my Shop My Stash bag because I'm gonna try it out and it's gonna be new and I'm gonna be like, wanting to try it. So we'll still put it into the shopping cart. But I think that means that I need to do some like holy grails as well. So I'm going to include the IT Cosmetics. I love the Brow Power. I've gone through this. I've repurchased it. I think that it's great. And it's just like one of those staple pencils that won't let me down. So going to include that, and then let's see, I'm almost thinking this Lawless one because I want to use it up because I lost the cap on this side. I mean, I know that's like such a small random thing, but like it bothers me. So we just need to use up this pencil. I don't know, it seems like I still have a lot left in that one, but it's fine. But the Lawless is like a staple for me as well. I've repurchased this one multiple times too. So we'll have technically 3 brow products in here, but that's okay. We'll give them a shot and see what we can come up with. Okay, and then we also have eyeliner. So I love eyeliners, so definitely want to include a good eyeliner in here. Honestly, I'm thinking the one, my first thought was to do the one from Kulfi, but the one from Milk is a little bit newer to me. I used to love the Milk eyeliners so much, and then they got discontinued. Then they came back. I don't like them as much as I liked the originals, but I still like them, and I feel like I should give this one a chance. So I'm gonna use the Milk, what is this? Infinity liner in Outer Space, so that's black. So that's going in there. And then this one from Rare Beauty, it's a brown one, or from Glossier is brown too. I kind of want to have a brown one in there as well because I used up my brown L'Oreal that was in the bag last time. You know, I haven't used the Glossier in like a hot minute, and I really do love these eyeliners. So we're gonna put the Glossier in the bag as well. All right, so I feel like that's everything that's in this drawer. So let me take you over to the eyeshadow palettes and we'll pick out what else we want in addition to the couple that we added in here. And these are newer ones, so I want to focus on something that like is old, like I want to like pan or like something along those lines. Alrighty, so here is my palette collection that I have in my closet. So I'm thinking I kind of want to avoid a larger palette because I already have 2 larger palettes plus the Nomad, 3 palettes, 3 new palettes that I'm trying to work on. But I'm thinking I am like thinking to focus on this drawer right here. I use the Colourpop Super Shock shadow in Ladybird so much. I mean, you saw how panned it was, and it just came so in handy because it was so like fast and easy to use. So I'm thinking another Colourpop Super Shock would be fun to do. I do have this gold shade, which is really pretty and panned. Then I'm like, do I want to focus on one that I haven't panned yet? Because the one I panned is Beauty and the Beast, and then the one that I haven't is Avant Garde. Avant Garde is so pretty. It's like that dirty, like gold type of shade. Ooh, that would be really pretty. I'm thinking that one would be good. And I had the other Kaleidos in there. I mean, even something like this YSL is, you know, pretty basic and small. And like if I just wanted to do a little something, but I just don't want to do a lot of palettes. So I could do the Auric, the Kulfi. I have like the little Natashas in here. The shadow sticks. Okay. Maybe the shadow stick from Rare Beauty would complement it well. This is an Integrity. And if I wanted, I could do, or is it like too similar? Maybe that one's too similar. The rose gold shade. I feel like I just have too many eyeshadows. Ugh. Okay, I think I'm just gonna keep in the one Colourpop Super Shock, and I wanna see if I can pan it. What's the other one? A Little Quirky. That's really pretty too. Can't decide what I wanna do. Why is this so difficult? I'm gonna stick with Avant Garde. I think it's fun. I want to see if I can pan it because that would be exciting. And we have 3 big eyeshadow palettes. So it's like I don't need to like overwhelm myself with eyeshadow. And like I've really been wearing just eyeliner. So this is like a terrible month to choose to do that because literally I've just been going for an eyeliner look. But okay, this will be good. All right, next up, we are going to pick out a few brushes because brushes are very important. And in my Shop My Stash bag, I can keep all the brushes in there too. The makeup bag from Singe Beauty, big enough that I can put everything in there. So what I do is at the end of each month, and I started doing this with my trips last year because I was taking so many trips, I would take the brushes out after every trip and they would go into my wash pile, and then I would put new ones in my bag. So that way I was always rotating and always keeping them clean. And if you need more inspo to clean your makeup brushes, you can follow me on Instagram, MarchBeautyWord, because I always post brush washing videos because this is what we're doing in 2025. We're washing our brushes. Okay, so this is how I organize my brushes. I have like these little containers in here that are for my eye brushes, and then everything else is for face. So first up, we want a foundation brush. So just giving a peek at what I have for foundation brushes. I do really like this double-ended brush from Makeup by Mario. Ooh, so you did the foundation on one side and concealer on the other. Actually thinking that might be a good option. Or I do love the F47, the multitasker from Sigma Beauty. This is such a nice brush. You know, I did pick out a few different cream products. I'm almost thinking this is a good brush for cream products. I'm going to do foundation concealer. We'll have the F47 can be for the cream. And then I do want to do a separate concealer brush as well because I love concealer and I love concealer brushes. I'm going to have to wash all of these again because I organized them. I had some piles of like to wash, and then I just put everything in here and I didn't put anything back. So some of these do still need to be washed again, but the F72, we just had that in my bag because I have multiples of those. You know, let's do the Sephora 57. This has been a favorite brush of mine for years. I've had this one for so long. I think it's so nice. But that way we have foundation, and this can also be used as foundation too, as long as I don't have like product on it from like the blush and stuff. But that should be good there. I almost feel like I should put a sponge in as well. We might want to grab one of those. Okay, then we need a bronzer brush. Last time I had 2. Do I need 2 or do I just need 1 this time around? And like this is what I use for powder, but I don't really feel, well, we did the Bare Minerals powder, so maybe, actually I'm gonna do this one as like a powder brush, one of the Soft Sculpt from Sigma. This is the F08 Precision Powder. No, or if I have the pressed powder, I should do the big one. Okay, why am I acting like this is like the biggest decision I've made in my whole life? Okay, because I used a quiz, I grabbed the Bare Minerals pressed powder. We're gonna do this the 105 from BK Beauty. Great. And then we'll have like my puffs and stuff. I'm gonna grab another sponge. Okay, we were going for bronzer. So I really do like this one from Sigma, the Powder Sculpt, the F44. So this is a nice bronzer brush. So we'll put that in there. And then for blush, oh, you know, I really like this brush from Rephr, the 05. Oh, this is such a nice blush brush. So let's go with that one. And then like, do we need some backups blush bronzer? Let's go with these from Singe Beauty. So I use the F05 for bronzer and then the F01 for blush. It's a bit smaller. So those are like some backup brushes too, just in case. And then that should be good for face. So let's move over to eyes. So I like to have a couple different blending brushes, some bigger, some smaller. We're gonna have to clean these too. So let's do the Sigma E24. We had the E27 last time. And then one that's like a little bit more like tapered like this. Or yeah, this is the Blend It Pro from Sonia G. And I just got another Sonia G brush in my Beautylish Lucky Bag. And then honestly, wait, is this the E? That's the E27, so we had that in there before too. What about this one? Let's do the Rephr 15 Mini. It's a little bit slim as well. Just to give us some different options. And then I like to have a good shader brush as well. 1 or 2. So let's do the Detail shader. This is a little bit smaller. And then we'll also do the A05 from BK Beauty. So they're good for some shimmers. We also need a pencil brush. The Sigma E30 will be great for that. And then of course my liner brush, the E65. I use my liner brush consistently. And I think that will be good for brushes. Okay. So these are all of my brushes that will also be going in my On The Go makeup bag. And then we're gonna move over to lip products. So I have my lip liners up here, my lipsticks down here. Okay. So I'm trying to decide if it's easier to pick lip liners first, then lipsticks, or maybe it's just like, is there something that I really want to wear? And then we can see like what pairs the best. So we have lip liners up here, lips in here. So I've had the Rephr Beauty lip oil in my purse. So I do want to keep this one in here. So I know I'm going to do that lip oil. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, you know what? I really want to do a Merit lipstick because I've had these like 5 lipsticks from Merit. So I have these 5 from Merit and I'm like, I feel like I don't wear them enough, but I really like them. And I've bought, no, I got the first one in PR and then everything else I've bought myself. So black tie is going to be a little bit too dark to be like in my everyday bag. And then Slip, I know that I love. This is the first one that I don't even think I got this in PR. I'm pretty sure I bought this myself. Slip is like kind of like a tinted balm almost. It's really pretty, but I've used it a lot. So I want to focus on other ones. And then after that, I bought the shade Classic Soft Matte Lipstick. Very pretty, but we're getting down there. Process of elimination. You know what? I think it's going to be Du Jour because this is the signature lip blush. And it's like a very like just blurry matte lip. I mean, I could wear this alone. I mean, with lip liner, of course, but I could wear this alone. I could put like a gloss or an oil on top. I think the Rephr Beauty lip oil would be pretty on top. So I want to do that matte lip. And then I definitely want to do a gloss. So we have the oil. I want to do a gloss. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I have anything. Let me look and see what's new. So in this drawer, these from L'Oreal, we have these and then also some lip liners. So let me think. Oh wait, actually just kidding. These are blushes. I put these in the lip drawer. These are liquid blushes. Okay, so these go in the cheap drawer. Just kidding. But I would like to try the lip liners. So maybe I can pick just one of these shades. The shades are Worth It and Worth It Medium. So that's interesting. I'm just going to choose Worth It. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I don't feel like there's anything in the drawer that I feel like heavily called towards. I do want a different gloss. Oh wait, we have the Wayne Goss gloss. The Wayne Goss gloss. So this came in my Beautylish Lucky Bag as well. This one is in the shade Hibiscus. So I'm excited to try this one out. Again, I just kind of have it sitting out because I'm filming with it next. So I kind of just have my products ready to go. But we'll have the Wayne Goss gloss included in there. I still just feel like I need like a tried and true. Oh, you know what? One I said I wanted to get some more uses out of that I really liked is from NYX. This is their This Is Milky gloss in the shade is Milk and Honey. And you can see like I've made a dent in it, but this is one that like it just kind of got lost in my collection and I forgot about it. So, and maybe that would be nice to pair with like the L'Oreal. I don't know if they'd go together, but maybe the L'Oreal, like an affordable combo. Then we have the Merit, the Rephr. We have a matte lip. We have the new gloss, oil. Okay, this is what we got so far. So we definitely need another lip liner or 7. So for the lip liners, I definitely want to grab out, I think it was this one from Ilia Beauty. This is the shade Earthen. So this could make a good lip liner. I think just like a good all over lip color as well. But I bought a little set in the Sephora sale and I've not used them enough. So definitely adding in that one from Ilia. And then I still have not been able to find my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude, which is making me so frustrated. Ugh, I want that one back so bad. Or I'm just going to have to buy it again. Laura Mercier I've used recently. Natasha I've used recently. The Fenty, I don't know if I've used super recently. The Rare, Lawless. Okay. Trying to think. I'm leaning towards the Fenty almost. I have the Pillow Talk 2 Medium from Charlotte Tilbury, but I just feel like that's a little bit too dark for me. Bunch from Makeup Forever. I love the Laura Mercier Rosewood. You know what? I'm gonna do the Laura Mercier Rosewood because I know it's not gonna let me down. I actually need to sharpen this one again, but this is just like a beautiful rosy nude. So that's in Rosewood from Laura Mercier. I use that one all the time. Okay, so that's what we're adding for lip liners. I feel like I'm gonna want, okay, everything's fine. This is enough. I'm like, what is wrong with me? That's enough. Okay, all right, so we're gonna add these to the shopping cart. All that's left to choose out is a fragrance, and I have them all sitting right here because one of the last videos that I did was ranking my entire fragrance collection, which is right here. Here it is. There's 10 of them. So, you know, there's that. But for me, so I said, okay, I like to have one fragrance that's by my door. That's kind of like if I forget last minute, I'm like, oh shoot, then I can throw that one on. And then I like to keep one in my on-the-go makeup bag. And so for that, I like it to be one of these like smaller sizes because it's easier to fit. And for this one, I do want to do, or this month, I do want to do the Commodity in Milk. So this is my newest fragrance, so I definitely want to give it a lot of love. I put it in January favorites because I said that I enjoyed it so much. It kind of went halfway in my ranking video since it is brand new to me and I have other ones that, you know, have been like long-time favorites of mine. But I said this is the one that I had by my door because it was kind of reminding me like, hey, make sure like you're still using this one. So that's why we're going to put it in the Shop My Stash bag for now. And I'm thinking for the one by the door, I'm thinking I'm going to use the one from Charlotte Tilbury. So this is in Calm Bliss. I said it wasn't my favorite and I said I was kind of using it as like decor because it's such a pretty bottle. But I had someone point out like if I'm not loving it, I either need to pass it on, you know, give it to a friend or something and not keep what I'm not using. And I was like, you're right. So I was like, you know what, let me put this one at least by my door. It's kind of like an alternate to the Shop My Stash bag. And that way when I, you know, forget to use a fragrance in the bathroom or anything like that, then when I am leaving, I can still spray this. And then I can decide at the end of the month, should I keep it or should I just give it to someone else who will get more use out of it. Of the Commodity Milk and the Charlotte Tilbury, it's kind of like the forefronts for the fragrances for this month. Okay, so I'm adding these to my shopping cart. All right, so this is my little Shop My Stash basket. This is my first time doing it this way, so I'm like, I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, I'm sure I'll have some comments about it. But this is, I feel like for this month, I definitely have more new products in here that I'm going to be trying, you know, especially the eye products, you know, a new mascara, a new bronzer. That's exciting. We don't maybe the Lawless foundation. Again, the shade matching is just, I'm not sure I can say it. That's going to be in my everyday makeup bag. But you know, some new products from Colourpop, a newer blush to me. So I definitely feel like this one is gearing more towards the new side versus the other one. But I think this is a pretty good Shop My Stash collection for right now. I hope you enjoyed seeing it and seeing it this way of like going through my collection. I hope that you enjoyed seeing all of my progress that I made in the month of January. Stay tuned because I will be doing a get ready with me using these products. So because I have multiples in every category, let me know like if you really want to see the new mascara versus the Tarte or which foundation you would rather see. Please drop those in the comments because that get ready with me will be coming soon. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next one.